Tour 1 roadies.
Whoa.
I bet you thought you'd never see us again. And this might be your worst nightmare, but hopefully it's your dream come true. Sorry, this is a little awkward. We're doing a YouTube quick capture, going back to our roots. Um, so, obviously, Margie
And
said,
Seth.
hi. What is there to say? We wanted to send you a message because our time has been freed up to try to do something to recreate some of the magic that is found in the community from each tour, that unbreakable bond that sort of we all have who experienced that first tour. And then also, as we've been talking, there's so many exciting things that continue to happen at Invisible Children, and we don't want to forget where we came from or you all who made that possible. It was your sacrifice, your pioneering spirit, your perseverance that lets us reap these benefits, and we just want to continue to share them with you guys and make sure you know you are thought of all the time. So yeah, this is our first attempt to do that, and we just really thought of y'all first. So as Seth and I have been sitting here thinking through what to do, we started thinking of fun memories from that first tour. What were some of the ones?
Let's see, we have Team Texas stuck on a bridge in a hailstorm, which was pretty amazing. I think they stopped traffic. And also the infamous deer that Team Texas took.
With one of our founders. Yeah, that big deer that sat in our office for so long. So yeah, the hail on the bridge. Scott Wolf flying down to see if his RV is okay, not to see if the roadies were okay. That was pretty funny. I remember little Ashley Beard, now Ashley Waite, not wanting to break the cardinal rule of missing a screening, so she and Clint stood on the side of the road with this piece of paraphernalia to try to make their way to UVA. Hitchhiking, 18-year-old, blonde girl. Brilliant Margie. We were laughing. What else were we laughing about?
Let's see, the Midwest team doing donuts in that lady's front yard.
and then filming it and completely demolishing the lawn. Gosh, there's so many things. I remember Chris Cargill telling me of a screening that he had where two people showed up. It was at a library in like Portland or something, and I think he and Ann Houlihan or somebody sat on either side of the two people so that they couldn't get up and leave in the middle because it was so awkward. And we've been laughing now because it's funny. Roadies now will be like, there are too many people at the merch table, or I don't want to pass out the flyers. And I keep laughing. I'm like, you have flyers? Or you had people at your screenings? Like, you guys don't even know what you're talking about.
There are too many screenings in a week, or we only made $1,000 instead of $1,500.
And first of all, that's an awesome problem to have, and none of it could have happened without you guys. But I just think of the days where you had to spend weeks with the most crazy of contacts in the entire world, because that was the only place you could stay, and the RV was too cold, or broken down, or I don't know. So we've been laughing about it, and just like really missing you guys. I want to make sure you are caught up to date on what's going on at Invisible Children now, as a result of your hard work. So bottom line is we're trying to start something kind of like an alumni society, like a secret society, and take time to catch you all up. Within this email, after this message, we want you to watch, we want to talk about your accomplishments too.
Yeah.
Wow, almost forgot that one. We just did the roasting part, not the fun part.
Yeah, I guess, first of all, you guys were the first tour. You're the pioneers of the Invisible Children tour. And the screening, really.
Mm-hmm.
You tested it all out. Like, you went through the fire, and what we are now is because of you and because of that. So that's amazing.
You invented a tour where there was no tour before. And the funny thing is, like, a lot of people have tried to replicate it, and it either looks like a copy of what you guys did, and an obvious copy, and not original, or it's failed altogether. I know Tom Shoes tried to. Ooh, I probably shouldn't say names. They tried a tour and they just gave up. They said it was too hard. So the other cool thing that Seth reminded me of is you guys brought 80 80,000, no matter how small your screenings were at times or how sparse the screenings were in your week, you brought 80,000 people to the Global Night Commute. And that was before we even knew an overnight event could happen, before we knew we could get overnight permits, and before we knew what any of this could look like. You defined, you got the people there, even when you didn't know what it was. I remember Genevieve sat us down in, I think it was March. It was like at a staff meeting and said, "So what is the Global Night Commute again?" And we didn't even know, and it was a month away. So, yeah.
That's insane.
I know. I can't believe what we went through.
It was 5 years ago, almost exactly. That's the crazy part, that all this planning started.
Mm-hmm. So we want to recreate the magic. We want you to watch the Global Night Commute aftermath of the I Got Soul video, and we want you to watch the first tour launch video again. And just take a second and reconnect. Invisible Children messes up in a lot of things, but there is an indescribable something that goes on here, and you are part of it. We always think that you're part of it, even if we don't take the time to stop and recognize you as that. And so that's what we're trying to do now. So watch those two, and then below that, you'll see 2 Google Docs, because we want to quantify and find out what everyone's doing so we can brag about you to people and get money to actually throw reunions and do support for all the amazing people like yourselves. So fill out that Google Doc, and then the other one is, what do you want this community to look like? Give us your input, because we're not going to create something that's you're not going to use. You know, it's about you guys. So do those 2 things after you watch the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just remember, Seth and I are still here plugging away, and we still love you guys, and we reminisce every single training that we do here. We've had 10 tours now. We do a history of national tours, and your names are brought up, your videos are played, and we don't do a good enough job reaching out to you, but know that your legacy lives within these walls, and people know your names. So, thanks, guys.
We miss you.
Miss you.